invite some devotees and then we'll chant. So we'll do it. We'll just do this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I just need to post it onto some groups. We'll just do it on here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. I don't seem to be able to. Let's just do it one more time. Okay. So I'm just trying to post it on Facebook, but it's not letting me for some reason. There's always something going on with this. It's like you can't really expect it to do what it used to do. Anyway, let's see. Well, it says it's on there anyway. Let's turn this sound down. Okay. So we'll just invite some devotees. It's actually very dark, isn't it? It's quite dark. So what we're going to do is... why is it so dark? Okay, that'll be all right. Let's do it. 18. Send. I can't help the computer doing that. I think I probably could actually. Okay. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Oh dear, we've got adverts in this music. Oh no, I can't be doing with that. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Adi Gaura. Adi Gaura. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Gaurahari. Kadaha Shrivas. Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Adi Krishna Adi. Rama Rama. Again, I don't know why it's always doing that. Krishna Krishna Adi 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 Rama Adi Rama. Rama Rama Adi 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 Krishna Adi Krishna. Krishna Krishna Adi 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 Rama Adi Rama. There you go. Is that better? I can't have this light on, it's too bright in my eyes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's better. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, I've gone on there. Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. I've just had a look at translating. Facebook is. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Oh, I'm gonna wake Karuna up. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Excuse me. Hare Krishna. Hey, William. Hare Krishna. Excuse me. Wow, I've had this cough for a few days now. Actually, it only comes when I laugh. Hey, William, it's nice to have you here. Krishna, Krishna. I'm in trouble with Karuna. Krishna, what do you want me to do for you? What can I do? Excuse me. Okay. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama. It's winter here now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna's there now as well. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't know why it does that. I think let's just try something. That's why. I think that's much better. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We're gonna read. We're gonna read. Okay. I'm trying to keep it going, William. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. So I just want to share. It's always sharing when I'm explaining things about my experiences and things that I've seen in others. It's not for everyone. Some people haven't experienced them. Not yet, but they may. I just remember something that you saying, William, everybody's good. Well, everybody's good and bad. They're all good and bad. And everybody, they are making so many things. So you can feel good about yourself. You got to recycle, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to pay this, you got to go there, you got to do this. Once you've done them all, and you sorted your kids out, you sorted the house out, you cleaned the car, you might feel good for a little while. And then you have to do it again. I tried to be good. I can only be good really with my friends and people out there, but with my family, I'm naughty. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Excuse me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Nimai. Good morning to you. Beautiful morning to you. I can't see you on here. Actually, let me just move this. But a new stand. It's really good. I have this stand here, look. Really brilliant. Hare Krishna. And it only costs £3, which was brilliant. Hare Krishna. Hey, Satchitananda. So I'm trying to put it so I don't really turn my head all the time. Excuse me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare. I need some help. This is I've got all phlegm, inflammation in my throat. It's inflammation actually. Phlegm that can turn into inflammation. And I need to take it out. But I can't get it out. I used to hear my mom and my dad in the morning. It's a yogic thing as well. Hey, good morning to you, Fanny. And and it used to make me feel sick. It's half conditioning. I need to get this stuff out. Anyway, especially when I have cough. Hare Krishna. So my mother and father never explained to us what they were doing. We just used to hear these noises, and they were like somebody wrenching, and it was really off-putting. Hare Krishna. And the only time I've really done it is when I had a chest infection for 5 months. I had to do it. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. But I tell you what, I use these essential oils, the antibiotics that they would give you at the hospital. They would do nothing. They would touch it for nothing. So for 5 months, I had 3 times a day certain oils. I can't remember: oregano, tea tree, frankincense, lemon. I think on God. These are blends of oils, especially oregano, lemongrass, and tea tree is very, very for children. Really, it's really, really strong antibiotics. Really, really strong, and they work. When you have some kind of fever, they work. You don't have to take pills and things. Just take these oils. They may take a bit longer, but they may not. I don't know. But from my own experience, 5 months every day, steaming my chest twice a day, getting the steam out, breathing really deeply. And it took a bit of work, time. It took a bit of time. But it worked. And it cleared up my chest because I had things on my chest. They found shadows on things on my chest, and they couldn't understand it. And with yoga and breathing, eating properly, and the oils, especially yoga and chanting, helped to get moved my shadows onto one lung. They all went onto the other lung. Now they're gone now. But the professor, he wanted to put cameras down my chest and do all sorts, throat, and do all sorts. No, thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So oils, oils can work, and they have essential oils. They have so many properties. They won't work for everyone. But I've been using them for about, I'd say, 7 or 8 years now, and with things that happened to me, and they working right now. And it's finished now. I use my diffuser. I have to use a steroid because of my white blood cells, but they've come right down from 27, and they should be like 1. From 27, they've come right down to about 2 now. And I've reduced them to 2.5 milligrams. So I break a tablet in half to reduce them slowly. And I can have my figures checked at the hospital every month with my white blood cells and everything: potassium, creatinine, phosphates, calcium, and other things. So I can check to see what I'm doing with the medication that I'm taking with my bloods. And now they've come right down, and I'm taking geranium in diffusing it, putting it on my body, and also will be taking it internally. Geranium, and I've been researching this a lot by myself and with somebody else who's actually used it as a steroid. So coming off the steroid, going onto the geranium oil. But I'm just doing it quite slowly. With everything else I have as well, disturbances in the body. So just do it slowly, and let's see what happens. But, reducing them has helped. And now I'm going to try and come off them completely. I mean, it's all right for people to just come off them. But for me, I have to reduce them because the body kind of just, health is wealth. Absolutely. And so that'll be really, really interesting. I'll have my bloods done on Friday. So we'll see what's been happening with it. So we can do a lot of things to introduce different medication. And it's really a healing therapy. These things are really healing therapies for the body, just to give it a little bit of time. They're ongoing. So we carry on, and they're really great for us. Good morning. Oh, sorry, I only put them in groups. Sorry, Paradise. Yes, we have more adverts in these. Excuse me. I'm just going to turn it off today because I don't want to be messing around with it. So yeah, there are many alternatives, and oh my gosh, how many years researching so many different alternatives, having different therapists. None of them would work for me. And I was getting so frustrated. Everybody's saying all of these great things are happening. The more I've been getting purified from the illusion, the more these therapies are illusion as well. It's all illusion, but they help the disturbances in the body. They really do. So that's quite exciting. So the more I've been purified, the more my massages have been helping, my reflexology has been helping, my relationships, everything, all around. So I've had some questions from a devotee. I won't say who, because it's a new devotee. They're at that place of seeing our Sangha as everywhere else. You know, the same things that are going on everywhere else are happening in the Sangha. Yes and no. Everything that's happening with us is being pushed out by our spiritual master and the Lord within the house, so in the heart. So outside spiritual master, inside the Lord, and pushing these things out and extinguishing our attachments more and more. And why I said that, I can't remember. Sorry. Oh yes. So we have the Lord. We are walking on that platform of absolute truth. We have the security of absolute truth that is real. So we are walking on that. We are held under the shelter of that as well, of the unlimited shelter of the Lord. We can get anything out. Just get it out. The shame, the embarrassment, all the fear, get it all out. They're just a waste of our time. They just take our time. And when we can spend it with the Lord, because I'm really hot. I'm just going to turn this heater off. Oh, wow. So it seems like with eyes of illusion, dirty eyes of the material world, you're going to see the same thing that's going off here, that's going off out there. And once one comes here on a regular basis and associates with the spiritual potency instead of the shadow potency of the Lord, where you'll get burnt because you can't see what's happening, not unless you go and come and listen to Srila Gora Haridas, and you will quickly, because of the potency, the vibration coming out, you will quickly understand what is happening out there. What is really going off out there. And the thing is, you'll know because you felt it, and you see things and you're like, but you just you don't want to embrace it. You just don't want to believe that. You don't want to believe it, so you're hiding it. You just like ignoring it, bury your head, just carry on with my life, just keep ignoring those things that cause you fear and stress, because you've already got so much fear and stress in your life already, you know, from all of those mundane things. Mundane things that you're doing already. There's that, so you're always just hiding them, burying your head, just passing it by, just to walk this mundane life. But at some point, boom, it will hit you. It will hit you like a ton of bricks. For example, like people who are at work and all of a sudden just get completely depressed, have no reason. They cannot understand why they're depressed, because we're holding so many things. The suitcase is getting fuller and fuller and fuller. It's just going to poof, explode. Because you need to let those go. You need to let that suppression which causes depression, you need to let it go And Krishna's going to make you, because once Krishna is awoken and starts to grow, and the seed of devotion starts to grow, excuse me, Krishna's going to push out all of that stuff. Don't you stop me expressing myself. I need to express myself. The real me needs to express it. It needs to always express itself. It's always moving. And if you are covered by focusing on depression and bodily ailments, and I know we have to do certain things, but don't let them control us. That's the thing. Don't let those things, if you can, let them control you, because then those little demons, those little mundane monsters, they will try and play with you and you'll have to play their game, because they're taking control now. You chose to do it. Now they're taking control. So, with Krishna, it will push all of those things out if you want to or not, and you never know when it's going to happen. That's learning in training to be a spontaneous devotee. That's brilliant. You get those people that have their whole day figured out. Obviously, yeah, they do that in ISKCON, but people do it so much. They have everything figured out. The whole week's figured out. The whole year figured out. There's no room for spontaneity. I have to do it. I have to do it sometimes. Terry, Hare Krishna, how are you? Where have you been? You haven't been for a while. Welcome. I forgot what I was saying, but it doesn't matter. Ki hunda. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So I'm going to read now. Hare Rama, because Karuna is sleeping, so I'll read. Okay. Actually, that won't make any difference with it. Okay. Where was I? We're going to read from the Chaitanya Bhagavat. I offer my respectful obeisances to my amazing spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Gora Haridas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all your continuous service. Thank you for accepting me as your devotee. Thank you for looking over my offenses. And when my offenses touched you, please accept my humble apologies to you, my dear spiritual master. Thank you for allowing me to go through my purifications, to bring me through so I can be stable in spirit. Thank you for all that you do, for being the great spiritual master, for being this wonderful, brilliant, exceptional teacher, guiding and sharing, uplifting and showing, chastising. As we walk on this path away from the mundane material world into reality, to be in our eternal relationship with Lord Caitanya, Krishna, and Radharani. Thank you so much, Srila Guru Haridas. I can never repay this debt to you, and nor do I want to. Nor do I want to pay this debt to you. This is the greatest debt to pay. I love paying this debt. This debt has so many benefits. Oh, glories to you. Srila Guru Haridas, my spiritual master, received an order from a resident of Vrindavan, the previous Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. Please do what you're doing. Awaken the Lord in your devotees. Do what you're doing. Plant the seed of devotion. Do what you're doing. Nourish Nourish the Lord in the heart. Nourish that seed. Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. I offer you my respectful love. Hey, Prabhupada. My friend and master. Thank you so much for starting the movement of Krishna consciousness all over the world so the hearts of all can receive. Thank you for setting the stage for Srila Gaura Haridas and his devotees. You did your job perfectly. Now, since you gave that order, you passed the baton on. You passed the baton on to Srila Gaura Haridas to go further to what you was teaching when you was alive, and not even showing. Now and again, when people accidentally saw it, but not showing it, not showing. You came to do the job. You did your job. You might have wanted to go further, but you did your job. And now Srila Gaura Haridas is going further, holding devotees to go through purification. Prabhupada didn't teach purification. Devotees weren't able to go through it because he didn't even teach that. He didn't really touch that, really. Preparing the ground, preparing the new devotees with basic knowledge of Krishna consciousness, trying to get people to come out of the consciousness of animals where you cannot really receive the Lord unless you're with an ecstatic devotee like Shadow, Mary. Our animals are receiving this ecstasy as well. So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's just gone. Wolf, just gone. It goes back just as quick. So yes, so I'll go back to what I was saying before because I've gone off so far away from that. And I know I'm doing my obeisances as well. Because we have the Lord, because we are held like we're held by our parents when we're growing and we don't want to do something and we're frightened and scared. They're holders and we get through it. These are our eternal parents represented by Srila Gaura Haridas. God is God, holding us while we go through purification that we couldn't do. Try it. Go and do some counseling. Go and get some counseling from, you can get 6 weeks through. You can get, in this country, you can get 6 weeks free counseling. And you can get it free, actually. Churches do it free. Try counseling and see what it does, because this is God counseling, because those people that do counseling do not have the Lord awoken in their heart. And if they do, it's not very conscious. It's not very conscious, those people who are counselors. They don't, so they can only go so far, just so far. And actually, it's temporary, because when I was here with my God counseling, purification, with my God purification, was much, much deeper. Some horrific things coming out. Wow. And if I didn't have the knowledge, it would have been very, very difficult. Whereas Lalita didn't have this knowledge, she couldn't understand. And she went through a lot of things that she didn't understand. I know how that feels, going through so many things when we're young, just going through so many things we don't understand because our parents just say, do. And then you get fed up with that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. So we're going to read. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita. Jai Shri Advaita. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda, oh gosh, excuse me. It's self-inflicted. I think. Okay. Okie doke. Okay. I am going to put some music on it. I love to do that. Krishna. But these adverts are just getting longer and longer. It's getting very monotonous and ridiculous. So I've got two here. Okay. I'm all over the place. Take a deep breath, Marina. Okay. Okay. Things keep coming back to me. So because we have the Lord here, the Lord is pushing things out, and we're learning, we're seeing, we're growing, we're changing. All of those things have happened. But out there, people are just doing them, and that's it. It just keeps going on. People are learning very little, hiding everything that they want to hide because they can't deal with it. Here, we're learning to let go of embarrassment, shame, fear, being scared, all of those things, and just receiving receiving Krishna's emotions, and changing to that, coming from that point, coming from absolute truth, where there is stability and security, and it's absolute truth on that vibration, coming from that vibration. So it's completely different. So if you're kind of an outsider and you're coming in and looking, well, that's kind of, well, you need to stay here, use your intelligence, come and try, see what's happening. I don't get that. Ask some questions. Wow, that's really brilliant. Oh, I think I want to come some more and some more. Gradually coming more and more and more, you'll see the benefit of you investing your greatest wealth, which is your time. Well, little greatest wealth, your wealth, which is your time, to coming here and transcending out of this material illusion and seeing what you've never seen before, feeling what you've never felt before, hearing what you've never heard before, being in a place of feeling the Lord's emotions, and feel, like I said, and show what you've never felt before, and share and grow. And those things don't happen out there, really, not to the depth that they are happening here, because of us actually resting upon the Lord, within the Lord's heart, and being pushing out all of those things, those mental health issues, those disturbances in the bodies, those attachments to all of those things, everything, attachment to medication, and many, many other things as well. ¿Qué banda? ¿Qué banda? Oh, glory to you. Oh, glory to you, Prabhupada. Oh, glory to you, Srila Gauraridas. So I'm going to read from the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Anchikanda, chapter 2, page 24. The first part of the Lord's life. Okay. I think it's, I'm trying to not look away from the computer. I have great setup. Okay, that's better. It's right in front now. All glory to the Supreme Lord Caitanya, the maintainer of all. You are appearing to inaugurate the congregational chanting of the holy name. All glories to Lord Caitanya, the protector of Vedic religion, saintly devotees and pious brahmanas. You are the destroyer of the non-devotees and death personified for the atheist. All glories to Lord Caitanya, your transcendental form is absolute, eternal and full of bliss. You are the supreme Lord of Lords, whose desires cannot be obstructed. You are unmanifest in millions and millions of universes, yet you are manifest. Yet you now manifest yourself in the womb of Shrimati Sachi Devi, who can understand the activities of your sweet, independent will. Creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the universe are just aspects of your wonderful pastime. Your might ignited only by your desire can destroy the entire cosmic manifestation. Your desire can destroy the entire cosmic manifestation. With mere words, you may kill demons like Ravana and Kamsa. Try to do this. Yet, in spite of this potency, you appeared in the houses of King Dasarath and Sri Vasudev to kill personally those demons. Who can unravel the mystery behind your activities? Only you know your own sweet will. Simply by your desire, any one of your servitors can liberate all the innumerable universes. Simply by your desire. Any one of your servitors can liberate all the innumerable universes. Yet, you personally descended to teach religious principles to the people of the world, and thus benedict them. You guys are quiet today. In Satya Yuga, you appeared with a whitish complexion to teach the path of austerity and meditation. By performing such austerities yourself, to establish religious principles, you took the role of a celibate Brahmin with matted hair. Lord Caitanya had dreadlocks. Dreadlocks. Excuse me. Okay. Not that it matters. Where was I? Carrying an antelope skin, mendicant's staff, and water pot to establish religious principles. You took the role of a celibate Brahmin with matted hair, carrying an antelope skin, mendicated staff, and water pot. In Tetra Yuga, you appeared in a beautiful reddish complexion to teach the religious principles of fire sacrifice. With no, I don't know how to say that. Stuk and Sruva in hand for the pouring of sacrificial ghee. You personally demonstrated and conducted the sacrificial rituals. In Dapra Yuga, you came with the transcendentally beautiful dark complexion of a monsoon cloud and established that deity worship in every house, wearing a yellow cloth and decorated with the Shrivasta sign, which is exclusively yours. You taught opulent deity worship. In Kala Yuga, you now appear as a Lord Brahman with a golden yellow complexion to decimate the most confidential religious practice of congregational chanting of the Lord's holy name. You accept unlimited incarnations. Who has the power to count them? In your incarnation, hey, rather. In your incarnation as a transcendental fish, Matsya, you appeared in the waters of annihilation. I'm gonna hold it. I'm sorry. And I'll take some deep breaths. In your incarnation as a transcendental fish, Matsya, you appeared in the waters of annihilation as Kurma, the tortoise. You are the support of all living beings by supporting the Mandara mountain. As Haryagriva, you preserved the Vedas and killed the two demons, Madhu. Kaitaba. As Varaha, the boar incarnation, you rescued the earth. And as Lord Nishingadev, you pierced and killed the demon Hiranyakashipu. As the dwarf incarnation, Lord Vanama, you outwitted the demon King Bali. As Parasurma, you rid the world of Kshatriyas, the fighting class, as Lord Ramachandra. So this is to all those people who don't believe in the most recent incarnation of Lord Krishna. Look at them. So Lord Krishna had so many, has had and will have so many incarnations. Why can't he have all of those? They don't do any research and they don't listen. They don't read these, so they don't know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Research is a brilliant thing. Okay. So many incarnations. As Lord Ramachandra, you destroyed the demon Ravana. As Lord Balaram, who holds the plow, you've expanded unlimitedly. As little Buddha, you preached the religion of compassion and non-violence. So Krishna came as Buddha, the original Buddha. You know, people were doing what they were doing, but killing animals and being violent. That's what he came to change. So he started the religion of Buddhism. So they would stop eating animals, and it would be about non-violence, pretty much like it is now. But they don't realize that Krishna was the original Buddha who started it all, and they don't believe. Some of them do. My friend who's a Buddhist believes in God. So some do, but they don't believe in the Lord. They believe in a void. So when you meditate, and they start, these Buddhist monks, they start from like 3 years old. They get taken away from their parents and they start in that practice of Buddhism, and it's all about meditation and going to a higher consciousness, all about that kind of stuff, and eating well and non-violence. So if we cause no violence, then we can go higher in our consciousness. If we didn't kill these animals, we can go higher in our consciousness. Can never go as high without the Lord, without the living representative of the Lord, who is an ecstatic spiritual master, Acharya at that as well, resident of Vrindavan as well. It's amazing. It makes it so secure. You know, this line from the Lord himself, all the way down through these pure devotees, you know, who had conditionings and stuff as well. They had that as well, all the way down to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gaura Haridas, our hearts, you know, and it's so secure. This line, as we go higher in our consciousness, as we leave all of these things, we start to see the security of this path and how true it is. You know, it comes from the Lord himself, in knowledge that is coming down, descending down from the Lord to the heart. And then we share that. So it's from the Lord himself, from the books and from our hearts. It's just changing. So yeah, to all those, you know, Hindus who don't believe in more incarnations, there's actually been more, because they only really talk about, in my experience, and it's different because there's so many Indians, you know, they only talk about Ramachandra and Krishna, really. They don't look at any other incarnation of Krishna, and they choose not to believe any others as well. Oh, Fanny, so sweet, so sweet. Are you going now? Yeah, you too. So, incarnated Krishna, as Lord Buddha, you preach the religion of compassion and non-violence. As Lord Kalki, you will destroy the degraded Malechiths, those who do not follow the Vedic injunctions. As Lord Dasharat, as Lord Danvantari, you disturb the nectar of immortality. Amrita, as a Lord, and as Lord, I don't know, Amrita, sorry, and as Lord Hamsa, the swan incarnation. You spoke the knowledge of the absolute truth to Lord Brahma and others. As Narada Muni, you held the Veena and sang sweetly. And Srila Vasudev, you explained the truth about yourself. Oh, yeah. Lord Krishna is above all incarnations and their beautiful eternal pastimes. He eternally resides in Goloka with many variegated pleasure pastimes. In this incarnation, you appear as a pure, unalloyed devotee. You decimate the knowledge. No, I don't know what that decimate the knowledge of devotional service and chant the holy name. The nectar of congregational chanting of the holy name will drown the entire universe in waves of bliss, and every house will know the process of love of Krishna. Everyone in those houses. Where was that? Are we able to describe the universal ecstasy that will be aroused when you will dance with all your devotees and servitors, just by the constant remembrance of your lotus feet? Your pure devotees free this world of all ills and inauspiciousness. So it started with one from Maharaj, who is free, a devotee of Vrindavan, a Vrindavan resident, in spirit, situated in spirit, as good as God, transcendental, practically. So as Maharaj has been making more devotees, and this is what's been happening. More and more, with more and more devotees, the Lord is awakening in the heart of more and more devotees. More and more, drowning out one's own self with the ocean of transcendence, and drowning out the world more, drowning out other devotees from the ocean of nishanas, with a process of being drowned out in the ocean of transcendence by the bridge, Shagora Haridas, holding our hand all the way. Ashish. What is satsang? What is satsang? It's getting together. It's getting together and hearing from the bona fide spiritual master, who has the deepest link, Ashish, with God, with Krishna, and we get together from him, and he represents Krishna, and we go through clearing, we go through purification, we hear truth, we hear deep understanding, we are letting go of attachments because the bona fide spiritual master extinguishes them more and more. And then from in the Lord, it starts to push them out so you can see them. We see, we have experiences. So we learn great things, really deep things. And if we don't learn those things, it usually happens again, but in a different way, with different people, different time. Different time. And so here, this is a place for people to really come to the feet of the Lord, to really be able to build a relationship, understand exactly who you are, understand what is happening. Understand the science of God, the science of self-realization, which is beyond any other material science. Now, Ashish is saying the term satsang is coined from Sanskrit language, with sat meaning the idea, pure, and the true essence, and sang meaning association. So yeah, so the bona fide spiritual master is as good as God, so pure in everything he says and in everything he. And then there is us, the associates, that come to the satsang, and we are hearing, and we are sharing, and we are letting go and changing with one true. Hence, satsang promises association with one true essence. There's only one true essence, the essence of the Lord. To understand that essence, we have devotional service. Devotional service is the essence of all of this, because we are serving. When we go to satsang, we are serving by hearing the highest devotional service. We are hearing from the practically pure devotee, who brings in all truth, brings in the Lord himself, because he's had the clearing. He's had the clearing of the material world. So it's all moved out. He's just walking in Vrindavan and bringing that upon the earth. And we can bathe in that truth, hear about that truth, understand that, discuss that, and also be able to be those pure devotees. And Maharaj said yesterday, a pure devotee is the one that knows the Lord, knows truth, can extinguish the highest, can understand the highest knowledge, which is the illusion from truth and more. Just because you might eat beef, you might eat meat, you might do this, you might wear that, it doesn't matter. The Lord isn't looking for that now. It's Kali Yuga. It's time for just truthfulness now, the truth coming in. Satsang, how does it help? It's taking us away from the illusion, situating us in spirit, but we kind of go like that, in the spiritual, in the illusion, in the spiritual, and then there's the bridge, and then we leave. We start to see. Krishna starts to show us what the spirit, the illusion is, how dangerous, manipulating, cheating, depressing, suppressing, miserable. And see, you can Krishna starts to show you how people are, by being in the illusion, how they're using all of their cheating propensities, their manipulating propensities to deceive the people. And it's just going on and on and on. And this goes to, to the most powerful, to the person on the street, anyone, just some have more power. And here we start to see that our will starts to change to wanting to serve the Lord, because all of this deception, and we've been part of it as well. And we start to push out any kind of karma, any kind of something that we didn't. Krishna starts to push out things that you don't want to see. It's something that you needed to learn in an previous experience that, would have been really great, but it doesn't matter. You'll learn it at some point. We start to discuss the Lord, know the Lord. Our relationship slowly starts to build in the Lord as we begin to surrender and sit in the heart of the Lord by hearing from the bona fide spiritual master in satsang. We call it, that's what Muji calls it anyway. We call it, there's different names for it anyway. We get the greatest of wealth here. We get relationship and knowing and realizations and revelations and understandings and knowledge that we have never heard before by being here together and listening to the pure devotee. And we're just throwing off the clothes of the illusion, the real but temporary illusion, to living in reality. That's why we're here in the first place. The main reason why we're here and we're human beings is so we can find the spiritual master and get out of this illusion, because he can do that for us by burning our attachments, extinguishing them more so. And we start to see clearly. As the attachments are burnt, we start to see clearly. The curtains are open and we can pop our head out and go, oh, wow, it's really great out there. Oh, I'm not used to it. I'm going back in here. I'm going back to the material world. And the spiritual master, you listen to the word of God again, and then you kind of start to come out again. And then you get more situated out there. They kind of move and the curtains stay apart. you kind of get a situation. You are reborn here. The greatest thing it does is we are reborn in spirit. Reborn in spirit, Ashish. It's the most amazing thing ever. A brilliant, wonderful, just huge. Okay, the idea of satsang is to bring positiveness and awareness into one's life, not positiveness. Because if you bring positiveness, sometimes we need to do it. Sometimes we need to, during clearing and purification, during triggers and things that are causing us disturbances, sometimes we need to be a bit positive, but not really. We need absolute truth. We need to be aware of absolute truth, because absolute truth is beyond the duality of being positivism. Being positive, because then you'll be negative about awareness. You'll be negative at some point about, you have one, you have the other. You'll be negative, and you need to bring truth, because this Kala Yuga is about is truthfulness. That's it. Before there was 3 others, I can't remember them all. Cleanliness, some others, but it's about truth now, truthfulness, and you can read it in Chaitanya Mangala. I read it the other day. It was brilliant. So awareness into one's life. It is strongly believed that human mind is prone to evil and misdeeds. Yeah, because it's associating with evil minds and people who are just misleading and cheating, and just associating with that. And our authorities have been taken over by a lot of demonic entities, and now that demonness has been just through media just been put on the. Just hold on your questions there, Ashish, because we're going deep into them, not just associating with them. Let me just read your question. So we're watching evil things, we're hearing evil things, we're in an evil place, we're in Kala Yuga, folks. We're in Kala Yuga, so all of these things are happening. So we don't need positiveness, and because that's a form of manipulation. Sometimes we do, and I get that. Sometimes we do. When we're going through a time, we need to come out and just think positive in a way. But ultimately, we need absolute truth, and we need the truth to drown out the evilness, because we need to associate with absolute truth, with Krishna, with the devotees who are bringing Krishna here, with the people who know and have the highest knowledge to distinguish where the illusion is and where reality is, where people are being. You can learn, but people are being lying to you. You can feel it. You know it because of their programs. People are programmed by evil misdeeds. They're programmed by all of this, just programming. We need to get rid of the programming by purification, by the real bona fide spiritual master, and be reborn again into the spirit. Hence, those who do not associate themselves with good company. No, we don't need to associate ourselves with good company. No, I'm sorry, Ashish. No, I'm not sorry. That's not true. It's not conclusive. We need to associate with people who have the Lord residing in them and have absolute truth. That is our only way out now, Ashish. It's Kala Yuga. Do you know have you actually read? And in fact, it doesn't matter about that. Good company, real Vaishnavas. It doesn't matter if Vaishnavas, real devotees of the Lord who know the truth, know the highest goal, the illusion from I'm getting all excited now. The illusion from absolute truth, who know that they're the only ones who will save us now. Because if we don't know who we are, what is it for? We know who we are. We live who we are. We bring the Lord through. We are servants. We are devotional servants of the Lord. We serve the Lord because we love the Lord so much. His emotions. Can you imagine how big Ashish God is? Can you imagine how big he is? And when he's pleased with us, because we're serving him truly with truth, not in goodness and badness, but in absolute truth, because we have these programs of being good and programs of being bad. They all need to be let go of. Satsang automatically gets inclined to bad company, which is Kursang, where Kur defies evil. Hashish, you really need to come more, because you're too much in your head. And I know that because I've been up in my head a lot. You're too much in your head. You're trying to all of these things will kind of In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, it talks about the lowest of the low. This is given. This present of the Krishna, God himself, to us is given to the lowest of the low. Have you ever read this book, Hashish? You must read it with the devotees. It's really, really brilliant. Evil is evil. You don't know. If you think evil is evil here, you see Krishna's evil. It's transcendental and it's not evil. So anybody can come here. In this satsang, in this sangha, anybody can come here. Good, bad, sick, old, young, everyone. Doesn't matter, because the Lord is in everyone's heart, and to waken the Lord will start growing by hearing absolute truth. We will transcend all of those goodness and bad things, because you know what? Goodness and badness is a duality that holds the modes of nature. We need to transcend the modes of nature of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Goodness there, it needs to come to. They do say it's easier to come from goodness to pure goodness, because that's where absolute truth is. Pure goodness, Ashish. Yeah. Great question, though. Great questions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyone can come here. So it's not about bad. It's about us letting go of all of those things by clearing goodness and badness and ignorance, all of those things. Passion. And really begin to know the Lord, because everybody has those things, Hashish. You're talking about it. You probably have them. We all have these things. If you're in this planet, you have these things, unless you've been in the association of the spiritual potency for a long time, as Srila Guru Haridas for the last, 40, 50 years, teaching Raganuga Bhakti 20, 25 years. So Hashish is saying the mind of the yogi is like the flame of a candle on flickering in a, you're in a windless place. The practice of meditation frees one from all affliction. No, it doesn't. God meditation does. This is the path of yoga. Follow it with determination and sustain enthusiasm. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not yoga. Yoga is for the body now. It's too hard. Nobody can do this. Prabhupada said that nobody can go and sit on a sheep in the forest and do yoga and and it's so difficult and so hard with everything that's going off in the world at the moment that nobody can really do that. A yogi cannot really leave the body like that. It's very rare. It's very, very, very rare now. And the only way we can do is meditate in this Sangha with God. So we meditate by hearing, and we don't meditate to try and stop the mind, because it's impossible. It's impossible, Hashish. And but by hearing the Lord in meditation and hearing the word of God read by an ecstatic bona fide spiritual master, as Srila Guru Haridas, and now the devotees in the Sangha, then in your meditation is being filled with God. It's being filled with God, and anything you think, it will be drowned out. God will do it. As we have our internal relationship with the Lord. I've tried to meditate. Oh my God. Anyway, we receive the Lord in our meditation, and he drowns out our mundane thoughts, because they come. It's a process. All of these things I'm talking about with you, Ashish, they're all a process. They start, but Krishna takes over and follow and does all of those, because he's the ultimate doer and does all of those things for us. It's not hard like that, Ashish. These words, they're words. Have you actually been through this experience? These words that you're using, have you been through this experience? Ashish, because everything that I'm speaking is experience now. Yoga is back to yoga. The highest yoga is beyond the body, because the body is an illusion. Everything is an illusion except the Atma, the soul, the relationship with the Lord, Brahmatma. And then having that relationship with Brahmatma, the localized Brahmatma, eventually, because there's 3 stages, Brahma, Brahmatma, and Bhagwan. And then it goes to Bhagwan, where you start to see the Lord everywhere, more and more and more. And here is the path of Bhakti Yoga. And it's here we are given the inspiration, the determination, the sustenance, the enthusiasm for Bhakti Yoga from the Lord, because we cannot get it from our own endeavors. We can practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. It won't give you Krishna like you will get Krishna here. What is darshan yoga? I don't know that. What is darshan yoga? Darshan is blessings, I think, isn't it? I don't know what yoga is. I forgot. I've heard of it, but I don't know what that is. But yeah, Krishna will give us the enthusiasm and all of these things. And also you say what happens, it helps your physical health as well to a degree. Just depends how much you want to spend your greatest asset, which is your time, to come and hear and receive your greatest benefit, which is God, your greatest wealth here with Srila Gaura Haridas. But great questions there, Hashish. So today I was chanting a lot in ecstasy and reading about the all. You know, Hashish, there are so many incarnations of the Lord, of Krishna, so many incarnations of Krishna. And now, in this time, it is Lord Caitanya, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the most recent incarnation of Krishna, the original Krishna. He's the most merciful. He's come after 28 Divya Yugas, Hashish. And it's been a long time since Lord Chaitanya is here. And as you may know, Lord Chaitanya is Radha and Krishna together. You know, so we have the fullness, the full mercy of the Lord, with Radharani being here as well. And if please come more so you can understand the message of Lord Chaitanya, not Krishna, but Krishna is Lord Chaitanya. The most recent message for this time of Kala Yuga, we really need to have a relationship with Lord Chaitanya, the golden avatar. And for this time, because his message, understanding his message, is going to bring us out of the illusion into reality, into spirit, and take us, as we are reborn here, take us to be situated in Vrindavan, more so. And it's happening here. So we are in Vrindavan every day here. We don't have to get on a plane and go physically. You can if you want to. It's fine. You know, you can do that, but it's fine. And there's so many more things I can say to you, Hashish. You know, we can speak about these questions. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of them. Some great questions that you've put. Thank you very much. I'm going to go now. It is 7:20 here. So I'm going to go for a walk, get Crooner up. Thank you very much. Hashish, thank you very much. You've been coming on of us. Sometimes you may not understand Maharaj, and you may get triggered, frustrated, angry. Well, you know what, Hashish? It's meant to happen. You're meant to get frustrated and angry and upset and a bit disturbed. All of these things are under the shelter of the unlimited Govardhan umbrella of the Lord, because we are here listening to his devotees and becoming a devotee, a resident of Vrindavan more. And it just means how much we associate Hashish, how much we associate in this is here. Oh my God, it's here. If you don't understand Maharaj and you do feel like that, come and talk to me, come and talk to a devotee. They're meant to happen. This is spirit. This is the ultimate goal now, living in spirit, and it's moving. We're always moving those material emotions out of you, the anger, the frustration, the fear, all of this, moving them out, you know. And if you just feel, take a break, maybe a day, and come back. Maharaj is very deep. He's definitely, as you know, she's definitely not an ordinary man. Definitely not an ordinary man. My God, no, you know, because he's situated in spirit in Vrindavan. And because he is a Vrindavan, Srila Gaura Haridas Bhaktivedanta Maharaj Paramahansa is a resident of Vrindavan and is bringing Vrindavan up here, literally, in all devotees now, every day. Yeah. So thank you to Fanny. Hare Krishna. I hope your toothache is better. I really do. Hashish, thank you very much. If you don't understand Maharaj, just let me know. And we had Fanny and Satchitananda has gone. Satchitananda has gone. Radhe, hey, and Paradas, William, who's probably going to sleep now. Let's see. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Please join Srila Gaura Haridas live. And sometimes, oh yeah, Radhe, and come and be with us, because you'll get in the Sangha, you with the vibrations of the Lord, and the discussions now more so than before, mixture of things, discussing the Lord, hearing about things. Oh my God, Hashish, things that you will never hear. And if you don't understand, come and talk to us. And movement, spirit, away from the drama, the manipulation, the evil. It's all working here. Your words are true. They're coming true here, but in conclusive, full, unalloyed truth. That means there's nothing but truth, pure truth. And that's what you want. Good morning, Daphne. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you. I'm going to go now. I've been on nearly an hour and a half. Hare Krishna. It is all beautiful. And you guys are so beautiful to come through that clearing of taking away those material emotions and using the Lord's emotions, well, our emotions as well, for service. Everything for the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Oh yes, Maharaj, sorry. Srila Gaura Haridas on Restream, going out to so many social media channels. And I'm going to say it, Kruna finding out more social media channels. And Maharaj is on them. Maharaj is on them. As soon as I said, we found this one called Daily Motion. Maharaj's videos are on there. So yes, please join Maharaj. Absolutely. But it's so worth it. But stay. When you stay, you'll really understand it. You'll really understand the words. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on this great opportunity. If you've come here and you've touched this place, please come back, because the Lord is residing here every single day. And you, as you keep coming, you'll be able to realize that yourself. And all those words that you know some things, Hashish, you'll see them coming to life so much more. And there'll be things happening to you that you will share with us as well. So on that, I'm going to go. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.